All right, I got a little bit ahead of myself. We started, a few minutes ago. So now I got to work myself back to where I was. We're going to set up a couple charts for today's FOMC. So what I did was I looked quickly at the Dow, the S&P, and the NASDAQ. NASDAQ's the weakest. So I came in here for educational purposes. I disabled it. Then I went and changed the time so it'll trade throughout 4 o'clock. Should probably even put this further out. May want to take it overnight. But I'm going to leave it as is. We already have a signal, a short signal here. It's a lower low. I could get filled in an instant, by the way. I also disabled the correlations. Reason being, for a lot of the FOMC, Fed statements, a lot of things dealing with the liquidity trade, stocks and bonds will move together. So I went ahead and turned that off. What I want to do now is see if I could maybe find a long in case they go up, right? So I'm gonna cheat a little bit because I already have, on some of the tests that I'm running, I already have the S&P up. Okay, I already have the S&P up, and I don't know why I've got the motion off. Because I was probably running tests. I'm gonna go ahead and disable this. I'm gonna come in here. Actually, I gotta change the time. And I'm going to I'll run this one a little bit later. Actually, this doesn't really matter much because I'm going to turn it off afterwards. All right, I'm going to enable it. I might have to go back and turn off the motion filters. So now it's possible I could get a long up here. Could also get a short, so I may want to be a little careful. So I'm going to turn off the shorts. I'm going to turn off the correlations. I have the motion off. So now now why did I choose the S&P? Well, it's the most liquid. And at this hour, that's a big deal. NASDAQ's got plenty of volume as well, but the currencies don't have that much volume at this hour. I'm going to go ahead and put up some levels to see how high these things have gone. So I know where the highs are. Where's gold? Gold's one that I'm interested in. Now, I stand the chance of getting a lot of slippage and getting hammered. Mel, I'll send you that later. I wouldn't want you to trade this just yet. But the settings are the same as the Dow, I believe. Arcu channel 4. I'll show you what the settings are. We're too close right now. I don't want to go in there and mess with it. Now, I also have the dollar here. And I'm going to turn it on only to trade it on the chart, on the buttons. There you go. Stock's not doing anything. The one's reacting is the euro. It's expected. Looks like my machine might have frozen. Caught me in the middle of putting on the dollar chart. Oh, now it's going in the opposite direction. We may be short. I'm going to go ahead and buy one contract of the dollar. I bought it. I just clicked on buy. I didn't buy it. Why not? Huh, it didn't fill me. Look at that. It put it as working. It must have skipped, jumped over my price. Unbelievable. The yen coming undone too, but I wouldn't trade the yen in this environment. With stocks also coming down. The trade was right here when the dollar was right here. See if I can get a little pullback on it. I wonder why it didn't fill me in the dollar. $91,555. I don't know what the heck it did there. I'm gonna have to cancel it. I don't know what happened, guys. Something to do with it must have jumped my price. You know, that's what comes with trading when they release data. It's one of the problems. All right, now the stocks are liking it. I don't have a signal yet. Where's my test? Nope, S&P's not going. Look at the dollar. What a lost opportunity there. Anybody pick up the dollar when I try to buy it? Anybody try to follow me? All right, looks like that's most of the excitement for now. The next move will be at 2:30 when she speaks. I believe she's speaking. She's going to speak. Let me double check. Yeah, she's got the press conference at 2:30. Tal says that he tried. He had a profit of 15 ticks or 15 bucks for one contract and break even on the other. On what, Tal? The dollar? Did you execute it manually or you had the system on? You probably got slipped a heck of a lot. That's why you didn't make more than 15 bucks. iNewton did the trade. Good. It's a good chance we'll get a signal in either the S&P or the NASDAQ. John V got in at 91,775. You got in late. He moved the stop up a couple ticks to break even. when it got above 100, took profit, got out with 15 bucks. I didn't get it, John. Not sure what you're saying. Yeah, I don't think I have the retracement marker on this chart. In fact, I got the old contracts there. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Well, I guess I was correct when I said it was going to be all about the dollar. I think I had, did I have gold on? No, I don't think so. I think the dollar's all I got to activate. We got a short in the NASDAQ and we got a long in the S&P. We're probably going to be short the NASDAQ. And we're probably not going to get filled on this S&P. Whew. Big question mark is what's going to happen at 2:30. Inflation expected to stay below 2% in the near term. The dollar went right up to resistance number 2. That's my guide. So I hope we don't get filled on that NASDAQ. I think these markets are probably going to go sideways until 2:30. Can everybody hear me? I'm getting notices that I'm getting disconnected. My mic. Well, let's see what happens. We could still get filled. I'm going to go ahead and turn off the recording for a few minutes, but I'll stay online. We're getting more weakness in the foreign currencies, or better said, dollar strengthening again. But the bonds aren't really moving. It looks like they want to consolidate. Let me see if I can get a chart of the bonds. And I'll keep it on this monitor. So this is all about the liquidity trade. Bonds like liquidity. I'm sorry. Bonds like liquidity. The dollar does not, and stocks like liquidity. So here's an instance where they're going together. That's why I had turned off the correlations. Dollar likes the unwinding of the liquidity, and that's what we're seeing here. I think I just overheard the bonds are going in the opposite direction. So let's see if we get one of these other charts and get the bonds up. No, it's not true. Bonds are also down. I don't know why they said that on TV. They're not going opposite direction. Now you've got the bonds trying to break down. Boy, I'm so annoyed at not getting filled on that dollar. That would have been a nice little trade. We're about to get filled in the NASDAQ. Here we go. We're short NASDAQ. High risk trade. I think this thing will probably most likely will trade sideways until 2:30. Then who knows? It could spark right back up. Well, right now it seems to want to go. Let's go take a look. Philip says gold may break 1,300. It could. There we go. We're getting some movement here. Now, if bonds can continue down with gold, dollar continue to go up, maybe the stocks will go eventually. Where's my NASDAQ chart? Move to break even. It's a free trade. Nice little move. Sweet, huh, guys? Look at that. Now, I don't have the markers here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take one off. Now I got to go here and reduce this to 1. I could have squeezed. I tried to do it the minute that it reached a number that I was looking for, but I wasn't fast enough. The thing went quick. The reason why I did that is, we got 7 minutes before she starts talking. Anything can happen. So let's see, what did I lock in? $280. 300 is what I was looking to squeeze out of it. There it is, 280. Everybody okay? Everybody can hear me? Anybody take that short with me on NASDAQ? Got the room full of traders. I opened it up to some of the trading room guys that aren't members of the IQ room. But everybody's real quiet, like if they had snuck in or something. Promise you, I'm not going to kick you out. You were invited to today's trading. Yeah, John, I wouldn't do it now because in 5 minutes we got somebody talking, but we have Chair Yellen talking. But what you can do is, what you could have done is just clicked on the sell button. Sell, and then you're short. Now, I did that on the dollar, but it was right after the announcement, and it looked like prices jumped. The price, when I hit buy, it puts out an order and it jumped it. That would have been a real nice trade. You can also open up a chart, an additional chart, and hit buy or sell, but then you're going to have to manage the positions. If you hit buy or sell on the button of iNewton, it's the whatever you had programmed iNewton's money management is how it's going to play out. Chair Yanet just started speaking now. So we might get some more action here in a few minutes. We do have a buy in the S&P if they reverse and go long, and they could. Who knows? Here's the buy. Let's go take a look. Wrong space, workspace. Here we go. Again, Mel, I'm running this with a negative correlation with the bonds and the notes. And believe it or not, much to my surprise, I ran it on each and tested it, and they do better with both on. I don't remember what the profit factor was. Might have been 2.5. Don't really remember. Still in trial. The what does work real well is the overnight, which I'm still working on the program and the strategy with the programmer, the overnight filter. That's what you see up here. Again, it's too early. So let's go back to the trade that we have. You got oversold markers on the NASDAQ. We took, what did we take? What did I say? 280, 300? 280 bucks out of the first contract. And I did that ahead of Chair Yellen speaking. This could reverse, could see a reversal. Who knows? Anything can happen. Dollar continues. Dollar was oversold plenty. Let's take a look at the dollar in the longer term. Where is our, let's see if it hit the, what do we have, a descending triangle on it? Come, this thing did not update. Something's not right with that. I'll go ahead and do it on this chart. Pretty much the same thing. But I want to see if it broke or not. Yeah, sure did. So let's see, it's going to have headwind up here at R1. That's the area I think we chose in our barroom napkin notes session that we did on Monday, right, guys? Was that it? Let me check. I don't have it open. Let me open it up real quick. Looks like it's aiming for it. $92,314 was the first. 93.1115 the second. So we had resistance. We had it down here. Should have been up here. I might have made a typo. Or am I looking at last week's? Or second resistance. 93.115. Up in here. This is the second one. And look at gold continue to tumble. My. Sure is pretty. We got a retracement marker, but you know, those things are great. They work more often than not. I would say probably 80 to 90% of the time. But when you've got a speaker as powerful as Chair Yellen, momentum, you know, can take things further. This is, I think, really good for our trading for the rest of the week. Shake things up. Things have been so dull. NASDAQ pulling back. So gold, top left chart. NASDAQ is the bottom left. We've got that break even on the second contract. It's okay. Things can change on a dime here. She's still speaking, so we'll see. It came very close to getting stopped out. on that break even, huh? Notes aren't really moving much. Dollar pulled back some. Gold looks like the one that pulled back the strongest. Well, maybe not. I have these at different time frames. Let me fix that up. About the same. Now, gold, dollar's holding up pretty good. Yeah, quick jump up, and we're out of the. We're out. So again, we let's see, where is it? Disregard these two. 280 on the first contract, break even on the second. Well, there you have a little educational video on how to trade the FOMC with iNewton. Any questions before I close up? Yeah, sure. I'm being asked to put back the other workspace. Hold on. Here it is. So here was the short. Ran down, went sideways, ran right back up, took us out. It's very possible that it prints another signal at a lower low, but I'm not. It could print another signal here also, but I'm not going to trade it. I don't think she's going to say much to spook the market. So I'm going to call it a day. John V, maybe. You might, you know, there might be some more follow through later on when she stops talking, but I'm not going to risk it. I'm just going to take my 280. All right, everybody. See you tomorrow morning, 7:30. This was recorded, so I'll send it out to everyone. That way you've got a little, you know, start building up your library of iNewton training. All right, bye now.